There's a concept that we talk about a lot and that we hear thrown around a lot in the spiritual community, and that's the concept of divine timing. But what does divine timing really mean? And how does it apply to us once we've decided on something that we want? What's next? When are we going to receive it, right? Once we've set our intentions, once we've decided on something that we want, what happens next? How long do we have to wait? Hello, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Leeor Alexandra. Welcome to the B community. On this channel, we talk about the law of attraction, spirituality, self-development, and so much more. And I am back. I feel like I'm really back. I kind of put YouTube on the back burner a little bit as I was working and handling and going through some mental health stuff and just getting back to a really good place. I feel so good now. I feel so ready. I also have my puppy, and it was really hard in the beginning to be a dog mom all by myself, so I really gave myself time to do that, and I didn't put any guilt on myself. I was just like, this is a stage in my life. I can't be on all the time. I was putting out like 3 videos a week for 5 years. So it was time to take a little bit of a break, but I'm feeling really good. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to be at 3 videos a week yet. I'm kind of just going to see what comes, because I realize that there's something about creating content and spirituality and personal development, and that's like, to keep up with algorithms, we have to put out so much content, and that really waters down quality of the content. And I feel like it's almost like art. Like you just want to be channeling information and creating something when inspiration strikes, when that thought form that wants to be made manifest comes into this human world and wants to work with you, wants to collaborate with you. But if you're forcing it just to keep up with these artificial algorithms, then that content, how is it going to be life-changing for people? How is it going to really hit home? So I've decided that I will create when something wants to be manifest, when an idea wants to come out, to land on someone's ears. Somebody needs to hear this. And then today I woke up and I was like, there's something I want to talk about, and that's divine timing. I've been talking about it a lot on my email list, which you can sign up for below, and on my Twitter, which you can follow me at Leeor Alexandra, same as Instagram. I've been talking about patience and understanding that when we ask for something and when we're waiting for it, we're not working with human time. We're not working with this linear time. We're working with divine timing. And I know that some people really struggle with this concept, so that's what we're going to go over today. And hopefully it will resonate. And hopefully there'll be some sort of perspective shift for you that you're like, oh, now I get it. And if that happens, please let me know with a thumbs up or a comment, or both, preferably. And let me know that you did that too. So I want to talk about timing, because I know that when we're setting our intentions, when we are intentionally creating our life moment by moment, we're manifesting our desires, we're putting these desires out there. Like, this is what I am calling in. This is what I am. I am health. I am loved. I am in a loving relationship. And then it's like, okay, well, now I need to wait for that to come, right? And that's not necessarily the case. So it's very easy to struggle with this concept when we become too physical, when we become too three-dimensional, too dense. We've been existing, in the world of taxes and laws and obligations too much, and we haven't really been in keeping up with our spiritual practices, with our meditation, with talking to people about spirituality, with being in the present moment. So this concept becomes really far away, really distant. But it is very important to remind yourself often of the fact that we're not working on human time, we are working in divine time. So remember this, everything is happening right now, all at the same time. I know this intuitively. Enlightened people have brought this information from other realms, and I have also experienced it when I have been out of time, both in my non-abiding awakening and on during ceremony. Ceremony is a good example of that. When you are in ceremony, time passes differently. So time really is an illusion, okay? Everything is existing inside of this very moment. All of human history and all of human future, whatever is coming for us, is all right here and right now. This is the only real moment, the moment in which you are watching this, in which this information is landing in your ears and coming into your mind, okay? This is the only moment right here and right now. We only experience life unfolding moment by moment because we have these machines, these brains. Our brains act as filtering mechanisms for the human experience. Other animals do not experience time the way that we experience time. There are some who do, but there are other animals that experience reality in a whole other way. I believe like dolphins hear a range of noise that we cannot even fathom. And then there are other animals that see colors that we can't even imagine. For example, the dog. Dogs live, as far as we know, dogs live in the present moment. They can't think about the past or the future. They can't anticipate the future or plan for it. Every moment is right now. It's their entire reality is in the present moment. And so our human minds filter moment by moment to make it seem like it's going linearly. However, everything is just right now. It's all here and now. Think about how time doesn't always feel the same for you, right? So some days are longer than others. And some moments, let's say you're enthralled in a certain conversation, time passes by so quickly. Or some moments, time stands still. Time is malleable, and it's all about our perception of it. Time is just an illusion that helps things make sense, as my favorite show, Adventure Time, would have us know. So it's only the human mind and perhaps others, maybe certain apes, that think in files of past, present, future, right? But everything is just right here. And along with everything existing right here at once, humans only experience things moment by moment. Infinite possibilities also exist inside of this quantum realm, this quantum layer of reality. Anything that can happen does happen in an infinite amount of timelines and realities. One aspect of manifestation basically is aligning to the timeline, to the reality in which what we desire exists. So imagine all timelines existing simultaneously right next to each other, and each choice subtly takes you to the left, to the right, to one timeline over. Perhaps you hop 3 timelines, or perhaps your belief, your emunah, your faith is so strong that you jump 100 timelines over and you end up in this starkly different reality where it's like everything feels a little bit different, but you have that thing that you desire, or that thing that you've been obsessing over exists in this reality. So every choice and every thought aligns you to a subtly different timeline. So there really is no waiting period. And what I mean by that is the divine works outside of the confines of time and space. Okay, so we humans, we attach tags and labels onto the things that we want through our stories and through our thoughts and through our emotions. So one day I'll find my husband. One day I'll feel healthy again. When I get this, I'll be happy. And in that sense, we are creating these time leaps, right? We're telling the universe, we're sending commands into the quantum field. It's not right now. It's one day. When is that one day? If you tell yourself enough, I will meet my soulmate in October, you will meet your soulmate in October and not a day before. One of the first stories that I shared on this channel is when I was applying for jobs and I wasn't getting any jobs, the jobs that I wanted, if I remember correctly. And I kept saying, in October, I'll start working. In October, I'll get my new job. But I was applying to jobs months earlier and not hearing back from anybody. And then in October, I got an incredible job that was very highly coveted and difficult to. If we can just drop that one day or any timing command, or attach to it with faith, with belief, like, yes, this will happen by Thursday, and knowing with 100% faithfulness that it will happen by Thursday, then we're creating on our own time in divine timing, right? Divine timing, as I was saying, is outside of time and space. While in human form, we are tethered to time and space, I try to remind everyone as often as I can, God doesn't work by the human time and human space. The Creator is completely outside of those constructs, completely outside of the confines of 3-dimensional time and space, or 4D time and space. And so God can never be too late, never. And there's always enough time, and there's always enough space, and there's always enough resources. Might there be a divine plan at hand that decides when you receive what you want to receive? Yes, but you are not separate from that divine plan. And that's the thing that I want you to really understand, to really grasp. Everything that you want is what the divine wants for you. You want it for a reason. It comes from a divine place. It's all perfect. It's all natural, right? You are not separate from the divine, from the Creator. We need to start seeing ourselves as these emanations and these experiencers of the divine in human form, in a human temple with bodies borrowed from the earth. So we have to start living our life in pure faith, pure and total faith, all in divine timing. May we start having that pure and total faith in ourselves, remembering that we are these sparks of the Creator. We are the Creator come to experience this life in our bodies, in these bodies. So we can live our lives with our head held so high, knowing that we are sacred and our life is our message, and the way that we believe and the way that we speak is how we create our worlds, and we are not bound by time and space. The divine works outside of that to make whatever we desire happen for us. And what we desire is what God desires for us too. So during this waiting period, this quote unquote waiting period, and I say waiting period because it's that divine timing. It will happen exactly when it snaps into place. And that could be in a moment from now. It could be in the very next hour. Let go of preconceptions of when it's supposed to happen. It doesn't have to happen when you're ready. It can happen right now. But in this quote unquote waiting period, what I want you to remember is that life is already here in this very moment. Everything could be different with a snap of our fingers. So we have to remember to live now and not to spend our life in idleness. Because remember that an object in motion stays in motion. An object at rest stays at rest. We cannot live our life in idleness, waiting for life to come happen to us, because life is already happening. When we're just waiting, when we're looking at, oh, I asked for this, now I have to wait to receive it, then we are stagnating energy. We want to stay in movement, in momentum. Live life in motion, do things, enjoy yourself, take care of yourself, learn, talk to people and listen. This opens you up to receiving. Really live with your heart as wide open as possible. Be open to where life takes you. It's going to surprise you. And even if that means, you don't have to go outside all the time, but dance around your home a little bit, your room. Stretch out in your bed. Be in movement. Life is in movement, right? We don't want to stagnate. Do that. Say yes to weird things once in a while. Experience things. Shake things up. Try new things. And that's what this gestation period is. And the thing is, it starts being so fun that suddenly exactly what you asked for shows up faster than you expected. And you're like, wait, I was having so much fun. That was no time at all. I could even use some more time, right? Time simply doesn't work the way we've been taught that it does. We've been taught that way, not for nefarious reasons per se. Some would say that it is a negative thing. But really, it's just to create some sort of order, the chaos of reality. And we do have these filtering mechanisms called our brains, these hardware computers that filter moment by moment so that we can experience the human experience with some sort of order. But we don't have to wait. Everything is already here. It's just about believing, stepping into that faith. Like, okay, I've asked to be healthy. I am healthy already. Here, I have found health already. I've asked to meet my soulmate. Here, my soulmate is. I've asked to be abundant and prosperous and successful. Here I am already abundant and prosperous and successful. And once we really have that faithfulness, once we remember that the divine doesn't need time to make things happen, reality rearranges, and it's like behind the scenes, things are sewn together. It's like you're here, you want to be here. So the divine takes thread from here, sews it all together, and boom, there you are. Already there. I hope that made some sort of sense and that something clicked for you. And if it did, I'd love for you to let me know, because you could be really clearing something up for somebody who's scrolling through the comments below. Tell me something interesting that you got out of this video, or how you see time and how you see divine timing working. I'd also love to hear a story in which you completely gave in, you surrendered, you let go of resistance, and you accepted divine timing. What happened? What manifested? How did it come for you? You will start a chain of inspiration for others to walk away from this video and feel that they are working on divine time and not in human time. Thank you so much for watching. It feels good to be back. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I love you so much. Thanks for spending time with me. And until next time, keep your vibrations way, way, way up. Bye.